speaking of stupid, there's an episode where it's got really stupid. In hide, and then what happens? SpongeBob and Patrick were playing hide and seek, and Patrick's like, what's hide and seek? And and then SpongeBob tells the game about hide and seek, and then Patrick and then Patrick walks away and hides. Yeah, right. And then SpongeBob tries to find Patrick everywhere, but he couldn't find him. And you want to know what's the worst part about this episode? He found Patrick, but instead he found Patrick not Star. Patrick not Star. Patrick not Star. What the fuck is that name? Patrick not Star. What the fuck? Who comes up with this shit like this? I want to know. That's the stupidest name ever. Patrick not Star. And then he finds Patrick, and yeah, that was a very stupid episode. Another stupid episode was SpongeBob was trying to find a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy card, but Patrick had to keep it, and he does something. SpongeBob is worried that Patrick might do something bad about it, but he does. He uses it to open his house, to set it on fire, to spit on it, to put Krabby Patties on it, and then in the end it eventually gets wrecked, and SpongeBob is now upset because of this. And then on the last one, SpongeBob, in yours, mine, and mine, Patrick acted so selfish. He wouldn't share with SpongeBob. He wanted to keep that Krabby Patty toy all by himself. And the next day, he wouldn't even let SpongeBob play with it at all. He's like, no, you cannot have it. It's mine, you motherfucker. And they eventually fight the toy, and Patrick eats it, and SpongeBob freaks out. Mr. Krabs like, what the fuck is going on around here? And SpongeBob's like, Patrick wouldn't let me play with it. And Patrick's like, SpongeBob won't let me play with it. Fucking liar. And then the worst part about this episode, he takes a wallet, SpongeBob's wallet, and Patrick's like, have you learned nothing about sharing? Oh my god. That was the worst episode ending ever. The worst part of this ending. Patrick, that's how bad Patrick is, and that's how stupid it is. You see all these episodes I'm discussing? That's how bad these episodes are. And the worst part about this season is a pal for Gary. Yes. And Squid Baby, where SpongeBob and Patrick acted like babies in the beginning, but then Squidward accidentally bangs his head and he becomes a baby. Oh my god. And SpongeBob and Patrick have to babysit him. That was not funny at all. That was a Squid Baby. That was a very stupid episode, and you get the whole idea what the whole episode's about. And lastly, a pal for Gary, the shittiest SpongeBob episode ever. SpongeBob feels guilty of leaving Gary at home, so he gets a pet named Fluffy and shows it to Gary. Gary becomes frightened because of Fluffy. And then Gary tries to convince SpongeBob that Fluffy's evil, but SpongeBob wasn't convinced and that believes that Fluffy was just innocent. And then Fluffy became like this monster and eventually wrecked the whole house of SpongeBob. SpongeBob wakes up the next day and he scolds at Gary for everything that he done. When in reality, it was fucking Fluffy! It was Fluffy that did it, not Gary. So why the fuck is he blaming Gary for everything? Fucking idiot SpongeBob is. What a fucking idiot. And when Gary tries to save SpongeBob's life, instead of saying, "You saved my life, Gary," he scolds at him again and say, "What do you have to say for yourself?" SpongeBob, what the fuck? He saved your life. I don't know why you keep on scolding him on something that he didn't even do. He was just trying to help you. And you actually responded to him back like that? How ungrateful you are, SpongeBob. That's very ungrateful. Ungrateful bastard. Oh my god. These directors had the balls to make all these episodes terrible. These directors really had the balls to do it. One character does something bad and gets away with it, but one character doesn't do anything and they are the ones to be blameworthy. Which that's awful. Especially with Squidward. That's really terrible. Another problem I have is when a character does something bad, like if SpongeBob or Patrick does something bad, they get away with it. But a character that doesn't do anything bad, like Squidward or Plankton, they are the ones to be blameworthy. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And there are some disturbing images, like in Plankton's Regular, when a customer walks into the chum bucket and opens the chum bucket door, and it scrapes SpongeBob's half of her face out, and it shows the gore. And Patrick, and oh my god! And when Patrick and SpongeBob are getting ready for the beach, he does the same thing too. What is this supposed to be? A Happy Tree Friends wannabe? Don't get me wrong, I hate Happy Tree Friends, but still, looking at these stuff kind of reminds me of Happy Tree Friends, almost. Looking like a kid show, but with the blood and gore. That's just god-awful. And not funny at all. The humor is absolutely lackluster. It doesn't even stay true to how SpongeBob seasons 1 through 3 was. The characters are even more stupider and they even act more mean-spirited in seasons 5 through 9. Oh my god. And Stuck in the Ringer, Patrick did something very dumb. He glued SpongeBob, and SpongeBob's life is now ruined. and SpongeBob ends up having a bad day, and he and he and he blames it all on Patrick, but yet instead of scolding at Patrick, they scold at SpongeBob, thinking that he is the one to be blameworthy. SpongeBob was just standing up for himself. Patrick was the one that deserves to be blameworthy, especially what he did that was so dumb of him. And then they cried, and Sponge was like, I guess crying does solve your problems after all, at the end. Are you fucking serious? How is crying solving problems? It actually makes the problems even worse. Oh my god. See how bad these episodes are when I mention these episodes? Yeah, not to mention Squidward's eye pops out after when he squirts mustard on him. That's so disgusting. Oh my god. These seasons 5 through 9 are the worst SpongeBob's ever. It has lots of mean-spirited humor. The episodes are really stupid, and some are also mean-spirited as well. One character doesn't do anything bad, but yet they are like Squidward or Plankton, but yet they are the ones to be blameworthy, and SpongeBob and Patrick don't, and even Mr. Krabs. The characters are even more bitchier, more stupider, and even more mean-spirited. It has a very bad influence to everyone with seasons 5 through 9, and it has lots of bad morals as well. These seasons are a very bad influence. Thankfully, they fixed SpongeBob after the Sponge Out of Water filming. Honestly, the new episodes are better than seasons 5 through 9. Seasons 1 through 3 were awesome, and the first movie was good too. But seasons 5 through 9 was god awful. So yeah, I recommend that you watch SpongeBob seasons 1 through 3 and the first SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, and the new SpongeBob after the Sponge Out of Water. Seasons 5 through 9 is the only SpongeBob seasons I don't recommend if you haven't seen it. It's really god awful. Everything I mentioned about these seasons are just awful. It's terrible how they changed SpongeBob like that. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So besides the negative, is there anything positive? No, I don't have anything positive. So for my final rating for SpongeBob SquarePants seasons 5 through 9, I'm gonna give these seasons 1 out of 7. Horrendous. And there you go. That was my rant review / rant on SpongeBob SquarePants seasons 5 through 9. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to me. This is Jonathan, the Disney fan, here once again, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video. Peace out, y'all.